This project was, I was approached by PennDOT. PennDOT and the Corps of Engineers are interested in two things, three things: water quality, fish habitat, and insect habitat. And this particular project, I brought in a fourth element, and that was a social element. I said we can do this anywhere, but I want to do this because it's going to benefit a lot of people. It's going to benefit a borough, and it's going to create there's a park there that's not being used. This is Route 88 up here. The creek was cutting into Route 88. PennDOT wanted that repair while we were there. And the borough and the university wanted a place for students and citizens to hike down to the Rotary Park. And they were walking on Route 88 without any, the cars would have to go around them. So we designed this, and this is just showing you what it's like. These banks were all collapsing into the stream every year. It was getting worse and worse, and the mud the silt that it produced, everything from down here down was unusable by fish. And I want to show you when we go there the difference today. And again, the Japanese nutweed and the Halanthus, the Chinese tree of heaven, we want to replace that with some native plants, and the borough's doing a heck of a job in keeping this knocked back, and that's a full-time job. Everything that we put in here, nothing impedes the migration of the fish coming out of the Mon River. We can't do that, and you'll see some small waterfalls, and aesthetically it's beautiful, but everything has a purpose that we put in here. This is a log vein here. These are hemlock logs so that they don't rot. That log going across right there has 5 others underneath it that are tied together with rebar, and we bend them, and that's how deep those logs go in to catch the sediment in back and create the waterfall effect. Obviously, we're not going to, nothing that we put in, this looks like it may be an obstacle for fish, but it's not. As high as we go with an obstacle, we have to have the same depth underneath so that the fish can get the push they need to jump it and go over. So this is not even, believe me, this is not an obstacle whatsoever. They just take that without even, breaking a sweat. Over here, right below that, is a rock vein, and it's basically the same principle, but we just use rock, alternate rock and logs, just to create a little variety of everything here, and it kind of looks nice, I guess. This structure here is called a mud seal. This whole bank was a vertical bank that was falling in constantly into the stream, and it was eroding backwards across the stream there. So this mud seal is now holding the bank back. The bank's been sloped. Underneath those logs, there's a layer under there that the water's cutting underneath, and it provides shade, coolness for the fish, and of course, a lot of these trout are going under there and hiding, and it protects them from predators, including us. So it's not easy to catch them fishing, but it's also a good place for them to grow and get a couple of years in. Then when somebody does land a 20-inch brown trout, that's where they're at, under there. And that's also a place during the daytime where these muskies and walleye and stuff hide until they come out in the evening to spawn. This bank here was nothing but mud. Now it's all gravel, so it's pretty good walking. This is one of the sites that we picked because years ago in the 1990s, 1901 or something, somebody built a dam across Pike Run here, and this is the remnants of that dam. So we thought that we would put it into our design and incorporate it and fix it up a little bit to help, with the habitats. That's perfect for what we want, and you can see the deep hole that it created here, and it's excellent for fish, and it's not impeding anything, so we didn't have to cut it or anything. This was an agricultural crossing that we used for our equipment, and we left it for the borough. The borough wanted it. We were going to remove it, but they wanted to keep it so they can use it for their equipment also. Now the park has access. We had a park in the town that had no access except for along 88, which is dangerous to walk along with. This supplied the walk, and he just told you he walks his students out here now. So That's the social aspect, and it's the welcome sight for the borough. As you're coming in off 43 or 88, this is welcome to California. At least you see this now and you say, wow, that's pretty, you know. Some of the structures that you see here, like I said, they're designed to increase the carrying capacity of fish. You'll see a lot of fish through here. What I'm interested in is the access from the Mon River to this area for spawning ground now. That's very important for a lot of species in the river. They won't spawn in the river itself. They usually take up the tributaries and go up and spawn in there. Moving the structures, how we changed the elevation of the water, and we created habitat. The scientific benefit is the water quality. It has to improve water quality. Now, yeah, we're improving the water quality in that we're removing a lot of the sediment that was here from years of flooding and so forth. So we cleared it out, and by doing that, we created habitat for places for the fish, the trout, the walleye, the little minnows, which is the most important thing, and of course the bugs. The social aspect of it is the amount of usage that this project is getting, you know? I mean, we could have done this somewhere and, you know, 2 or 3 people a year would see it and use it, but here every day, everybody is coming out of town now. People are just walking out here just to come out and, you know, what are we gonna do tonight? Let's walk down to the park.
Hi everyone, beautiful facility, huh? What a great improvement. If I had to sum this project up with one word, it's invaluable. The difference that this has made in the recreational and economic development of our town and our area, it is invaluable. We couldn't afford as a town or a recreation authority in the first place to get this project done. It was through the graces of Jose and the cooperation of all the state and local agencies that we were able to get the money to get this project done.